Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to the Tokyo Samurai Madden franchise for Madden 26, obviously. So here we are in week 7 after a 1 point win over the Overdrive last week. We are back home in the dojo on Monday night prime time. It's the last game before the bye week. So, um, we will see how that goes here against the Athens Owls, who, I would have to let you know here in a second when I pull up my sheet for it what exactly that team is replacing, because I don't remember. Um, but either way, while I do that, we have a storyline. Trust your staff. Discuss plans for the upcoming matchup with your coordinator. So let's do that real quick. I know people have been talking about the numbers this offense can put up, but that really isn't because of Kirk Cousins. If we sit back in zone and let our guys jump routes, he's going to make big mistakes, and that will turn the game. All right. Aren't you worried about the run game? Maybe 20 years ago, but you know the NFL today, you have to pass the ball. We'll force a couple picks and win this game easy. Trust me. Okay. So, I can handle the play calling shift. You get the guys ready in practice this week. I hope you're right on this. So, we are getting a boost in zone coverage here for today. And with that as well, we have a goal of getting 2 interceptions. So, I mean, I'd love to, but we'll see how that actually goes. By the way, the Athens Owls are the Houston Texans replacement. So, we know that now. Let's see. What do we want here? We've got Blitzbuster we'll keep. Edge Wizards we'll keep. Ground Guardians we'll keep. Mano a Mano maybe. Could. I think we will do that. We'll just keep what they have for that part. But I will be changing these. Again, screen game. Want to utilize that. And then we'll go to dollar, I guess. That should have some nice zone coverage opportunities for us. Let's see what we got here. Anyone? Kadarius Toney's gonna take a rest, and Bobby Hart's gonna have a half pads practice. We also have Bobby Wagner half pads. I would say we're gonna have him rest. I don't really think he needs the XP, and I'd rather he plays this week than not. So we will only change that for practice-wise. And let's go ahead and see who's all still available for this week's game. No one on offense is out. That is great. Doesn't seem like anyone has any sort of status. And then Kareem Jackson's obviously out, but that's because he is on IR already, being torn bicep. He's out for the year, most likely. So no one actually got hurt in practice, so that's good. Charbonnet, just I guess power back, just get him up to an 80 base overall. And Michael Turk. Let's give him an accuracy upgrade. He's already got a decent leg. And we give him an accuracy and an awareness. And then Aeneas Peebles. Power rusher, I guess. Sure. 3 power moves for Aeneas Peebles. That's not bad. Other than that, I mean, scouting-wise, we haven't had to do too much with scouting yet. We do have some guys that are at 50% and some 40s and stuff. We're still going to wait a little bit longer till we really dig into those ratings and stuff for them. And I'll probably do some of that on my own time because I do want to kind of really dig into each player's profile and that I have on my favorites list and seeing if they're really guys I want to bring to Tokyo. But we are Monday night primetime here. We're going to rock the Samurai armor today. And for them, we're going to give them the away alternate. Again, I'm going in blind on this. I think we have all black. I think we're in all black for the Samurai. This is my first Monday Night Football in this game, so we'll see how this looks. And like I said on Thursday Night Football, I really like the presentation. Okay. So this is the Owls for their away alternates. Very interesting. And yes, we are on all black with like a chrome black numbers there. Yeah, the Owls are that's an interesting uniform. I like their helmets a lot. My favorite color is purple, so I do like purple incorporated. But we're wearing all black with touches of silver and the chrome letters. But let's see who they're rocking with. They do have Kirk Cousins, as they talked about. He's starting because Kyler Murray is hurt. They also have Breece Hall at running back. And they got Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins as 3 pretty good receivers. At tight end, they got Zach Ertz and Dalton Kincaid. Colton Miller at left tackle, Donovan Jackson in left guard, Graham Glasgow at center, Blake Brandell at right guard, and then right tackle is J.C. Latham. So O-line, I'd say the interior is definitely somewhere to... We need to try to beat them. Their tackles are solid, though. Now, Max Crosby's going to be an issue. He's one of the best players at his position. One of the best players in the NFL in general. So he's going to be an issue. Odafe Owe, he's very fast. In real life, he hasn't really gotten to do anything yet, but he's good in Madden. Walter Nolan and Ed Oliver, that's a good duo as well. That D-line's going to be tough, so we might not be able to run it like we did last week. They are missing Jihad Cam. No, I think he's just at a different position, but Oren Burks is here. They got Devin Lloyd and Jihad Campbell. So solid linebackers. Travarius Ward, Darius Slay, and Nate Hobbs at corner. Their defense is pretty good. Jalen Thompson at free safety, Tyke Smith at strong safety. I don't see too many weaknesses on this defense. I mean, sure, there's some weaker parts, but this defense is gonna be tough to deal with here. Their offense, on the other hand, I do see they have some good players, but with Kyler being out, that really limits them with their dynamicism. And here is going to be a return to the 30. So we'll see Kirk Cousins here, who it looks like he maybe played one game, but he's backing up the injured Kyler Murray, so he is in today. And here's going to be a play action. He's going to throw it, takes a hit, and Dante Kent with the tackle on Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle is very fast, so I am worried about him. Breece Hall is also very fast, so I'm also worried about him on the ground. And they're going to go to Breece Hall, and that's a huge hit. But gain of 6 for Breece sets him up for 3rd and 2. Now, 3rd and 2. What's up with Lavonte David? Why is he not in? They're going to go quick out to the tight end, Zach Ertz. Was that a tight end screen? It might have been. No, it wasn't. But what is happening with Lavonte? Because I've not seen Lavonte or EJ Speed on the field. It's because they're not for some reason. It should be Bobby Wagner here. Lavonte's are starting Mike. Yeah, I don't know how this got all messed up. I guess Bobby Wagner getting injured messed that up, but still, yeah, we don't want to see Harvey and Thilor starting over EJ Speed and Lavonte David. So let's change that up. We got our full starting linebacker group in. 1st down, play action. Oh, it's a run. I got fooled by that, but Jesse Bates with the tackle. Sets up a 2nd and 2. And they're going to hand it off Breece Hall again. Bobby Wagner combines for the tackle with Dorrance Armstrong. I will say I don't know how I feel about these uniforms too much. Like, they're cool, but at the same time, I'm not sure. All right, 3rd and 3. Here's a pass from Kirk. He's going to find a man open over the middle. That's not D-Hop, is it? No, that is Calvin Ridley for 1st down. And here is a play action. He's going to find a man. It is Zach Ertz. No, that looks like Kincaid. Yeah, that is Dalton Kincaid there with the play. And here's a run for Breece Hall. Jesse Bates all over that one. Tackled for a loss. That brings up a 2nd and 11 here. And, I mean, Breece Hall's just wide open in the flat there. Gets 8 yards. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of how our defense is looking here, but that's like every game. Here's a quick one. Waddle, 1st down and goal. I mean, our defensive coordinator wants us to go zone so badly, and I think that's fair. I do want to go zone, especially with the boost, but it's just not working yet. And Hall pushes forward to the 4. Maybe, just maybe, in the red zone, we'll have better luck. They're going pass. He's going to go out to the 1-yard line, and we have an injury. That looks like Leonard Williams, our best defensive lineman. Although, again, he hasn't really done a ton this season. But 3rd and goal from the 1. Let's see what they decide to do here. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback, who's Dalton Kincaid, and we stop him. So, bruised shoulder. Leonard, just rest for now. They are going to go for it here. That is a ballsy call, but at the same time, I don't blame them, because if we get the stop, we're probably going to put them at, they're going to put us at the 1. But here is a stop. Deshaun Elliott playing from the linebacker position for a tackle of a loss on the play of 1. And that is going to set us up for first down at the 2-yard line. There's Jalen Miller's stats, 12 for 13. Touchdown to interception ratio there. Not a fan of it. Would love to not throw interceptions anymore, but it's been tough. But first down, we're going to try to get us some room here. Charbonnet fighting for 3. Out to the 5-yard line gives us some room. Again, we do not want to run towards Max Crosby. He is a great run defender, so I don't even want to consider running his way. And here is Zach Sharp. That's actually Rico Dowdle with the play. First down to the 20. That's a great run to start for Rico Dowdle. We're going to try this play. Again, I really like this play. And Milr-OH has some speed, but only 4 yards there. They kind of had a good idea of what was happening that time. Good awareness. He's Athens Owls, who has good speed to keep up with Milr-OH. 2nd and 6. Here's Dowdle again. And he gets a nice first down to the 24. And to be honest, Rico Dowdle, I think, has been more consistent as a runner. But we're going to go ahead and run it with Charbonnet again. We were going to do jet sweep, but now we're not. And here's Charbonnet breaking a big run, as I was telling him. He's not as good as Dowdle, and he's going to score. Great blocking there. Charbonnet, huge touchdown run. And we didn't even throw the ball yet. We had to go 98 yards for that one. 5 plays. They're going to say 99 yards. It's really 98, but sure. 99 is fine too. So we got the stop, and they went for it on 4th and goal, and that sparked that drive for us. And that's a good hit on Scadaboo is the returner, which is very interesting for sure. The first down. Let's see what Kirk Cousins in this offense has. And if they can drive back down the field like they did pretty well. And they're going to high point it to Breece Hall for a first down. So definitely, I definitely really like getting it out to Breece, which is fair. Breece Hall is a great player and one of their best players on this offense. And here's a good one to D-Hop. Just floats it over Levante David's head. And I mean, they want us to go zone. Our defense coordinator really wants us to go zone. It hasn't worked yet, but to be fair, we don't have a lot of plays. I know I can adjust it, but we don't have a lot of plays that naturally have a hard flat baked into it. And here is a run for Breece Hall. He gets 5 after fighting with Bobby Wagner for a minute, felt like. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. And so they're going to get this one out to Ridley again. First down. I mean, I'm trying to do zone. I am. I'm trying. But it's not really working too well. And let's see if they get one more play off before the quarter. And they do not. So, end of the first quarter, we were up 7-0. But the Owls are driving, and that's a consistent thing that they've done so far this game. So I am a little worried in that regard. Okay. See where they go here. First down and 10. It's going to be a run. Breece Hall. Loss of 2. Bobby Wagner just shot the gap there. Brings up a 2nd and 12. And going back for a pass. Nothing's really open. Kirk looking for something. Takes a sack. And that's Dorrance Armstrong. And it's been a while since he's gotten a sack. That's a big one. 3rd and 21 now on this 3rd down here. Big play. They need a big play. They're looking. He's going one-on-one. Breece Hall has him beat. It's a drop, though. Breece Hall beat Levante David on the wheel route, and the safeties came down to play the hitch. But Breece Hall just can't hang on. They're going to have to punt it here. And that might be a costly drop for them. As we go forward in this game, we'll see how costly it ends up being. This punt down at the 12. But, I mean, that's 2 really just key moments for this Owls team that so far found them not on the scoreboard, with not able to punch in that 4th down on the 1-yard line, and then also that play where Breece Hall just wasn't able to hang on to the football in the red zone, in the end zone, really. And here's Milr-OH on a read option as I'm yapping. Nice stiff arm out of bounds to the 27. We still have not thrown the football. Am I planning to? Yes. But the run has been good. Kadarius Toney is one-on-one on the outside press, but I also do like Roman Wilson on that wheel route. So let's see what we get here. We're going Roman, but we got hit as we threw it there because just couldn't block. It was only a 4-man rush, but I guess the spy probably came in to rush, it looked like. Maybe another guy came in too, since we only had 3 guys on the route. But Dowdle with a 2nd down run, 1st down. Let's get some of our play sheet in here. Let's get a little screen action going. Screen, RPO, something like that. Okay, we're getting this one quick out to Roman Wilson, and he's going to get the 1st down to the 50. All right, let's do this play here. It's interesting that this is technically in the screenplay category, but I guess it is for some reason. We're getting pressured by Max Crosby here. Milr-OH is just going to get 3 yards on the run. And we get a nice look at Max Crosby with his newly added tattoos. Which, to be honest, never really crossed my mind that he didn't have them in the game, because I didn't really get to see Max Crosby much when I played Madden. Oh boy. Hi, Manor, please, what a catch. He's had trouble all season making those catches in contested situations, but he makes a big one there versus Travarius Ward, one of their best defensive players. We're going pass, and that's a horrible throw from Milr-OH. And there's an injury, of course. I mean, Hayward was wide open on that drag route, and we just completely missed it. But that was an O lineman that went down for us, it looks like. And I kept it with Milr-OH. I shouldn't have. And now there is an Owls player down. So Morgan Moses are starting right tackle. Bruised ribs. That's not ideal, especially because he was going up against Max Crosby, and now we have rookie Cameron Williams going up against Max Crosby. So we need to double team Crosby. That is something we need to do. And this one is what? No PI on that. That is crazy. I think there's a possibility he makes that catch if he doesn't get tackled. But very interesting because they've called lighter PIs than that. But Michael Turk's going to punt this one. Puts him down at the 6-yard line. Pretty good punt from QB1. But, man, their defense gets a good stop there. And that's going to set us up on defense here, trying to defend from the 6-yard line. Good pass breakup. That was the D-Hop, but that was just a high throw. And tough catch to make for a D-Hop. They're going to go back to the pass here. Go quick to Ridley, and I can't hit him, but Jesse Bates does, which does set them up for a 3rd and 2. So they have options here. Ooh, honestly, double bracket. It's a very interesting play. We're going to run it. And he's going to find Ertz, but he drops it. And you have to imagine that Cousins is not happy with the 2 drops that are really not on him. Ertz should have been able to catch that one. Breece Hall dropped that 1 touchdown last drive for them. And we're going to get to the 49 on that return from Tony. But here we are, under 7 minutes to go in the half. And we are coming in with very few passing opportunities. So no Max Crosby on the field. Fair. Oh, no, there he is. I just couldn't see his X on the logo there. But we're going to go with Charbonnet. No gain because Jalen Thompson is able to tackle him. It's a shame that he couldn't break tackle there. All right, 2nd down and 10. This one, Dowdle. He's able to get 2. Not really much there. Just the 3rd and 8 here. Still do have Max Crosby with his X Factor, which we're worried about. Io Manor, come back for it. He can't bring it in. If I would have ripped that a little sooner, he probably would have come down with that one. But that's a tough catch to make with the safety hitting him right there, but it's all right. And we just can't get to the ball before it goes out of bounds and to the end zone, I should say. So they're going to start at the 20. Sure. About 5 minutes to go here. Leonard Williams is back on the field. And this one's going to be a halfback draw to Breece Hall. Levante David not letting him go anywhere. Setting up a 2nd and 10 now. 4.5 minutes to go in the half. And Bobby Wagner's there, but he's just not fast enough to make a play. And that's a good throw to Calvin Ridley. And that's one thing I've noticed too. I feel like it has been much better for the linebackers not jumping as high for picks. That's a great run for Breece Hall. We're not playing to them running it here. Should probably do a bit more, but there's been multiple times where I've in Madden 25, that would have been a pick with Bobby Wagner. But that time, nope, they just confused my brain, the announcer. It's not an interception, which I appreciate because I don't want to have those really crazy plays. But there's gonna be Bobby Wagner on a good user, And he didn't have to jump 100 miles in the air for it. But Bobby Wagner gets an interception. And that is the first interception of the game that is towards our goal. And we're going to come out and wildcat here. See what we can do. Here's Dowdle with some space up the middle for 7 yards. We'll take it. Sets up a 3rd and 3. Dowdle on the wheel route could be very interesting. I don't know how Crosby still has his X Factor, but we're going in the 2-minute warning here. Didn't get the play off in time. We're still going to... No, we're probably going to change the play, actually. Now that I think about it. Let's do this cheap flat X post here. How long does he keep that? He's only allowed 8. Oh my gosh. I thought we got more yards than 8 since he's had it, but I guess not. That's okay. We're going to go quick out to Connor Hayward, who gets the first down to the 50. Which we will take. Now, we don't have to rush here. We can take our time. We have all 3 timeouts. We go quick. Roman Wilson breaks 1 tackle, gets a half a yard, maybe. Not really the best, but that's all right. 2nd down and 9. Motioning eye manner. And I did not see the defender, but it doesn't matter. Io Manor fighting off defenders for the first down. And he's actually looked pretty impressive today. I'd say his most impressive game so far. And here is a run for Charbonnet for a first down. Should love to see. And we, again, still have time. Under 45 seconds now, but we have 3 timeouts still. Play action. Trying to find somebody. It's going to be Io Manor on the run. On the deep in route, we'll take a timeout on a 2nd and 1 here. With a little over 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Motion play here. Dowdle, yeah, we'll see where we go with the ball here. I don't really know. Could go anywhere. We're going to go Kadarius Toney on the out route. Nice play. We'll take our 2nd timeout. It's a good route there. I do see he does better on outside routes, out-breaking routes versus in-breaking routes. And there's Roman Wilson. He's open. We just can't hit him on the corner. That's unfortunate. Really would have liked that. But Milr-OH, again, still has accuracy issues. And unfortunately shows up there on what would have been a touchdown for Roman. And we're going to throw this one up for some reason to Dowdle, of all people, which was a dumb idea. And Devin Lloyd's going crazy for 14 yards. That was a big mistake. I don't know why my brain was like, yes, let's throw this pick. But it was like that, and we're right back to where we were throwing interceptions. And here's a run for Breece Hall. And it looks like they're just going to run this clock out. Never mind. They took a timeout. Never mind, they didn't. I heard a whistle. I thought it was a timeout. So I'm just going to take this to halftime. So 7-0. Pretty low-scoring game, surprisingly, with how the offenses were moving initially, but they kind of slowed down in the 2nd quarter. So we'll see how that changes going into this 3rd quarter here. We do get the ball. So we've had some success running the football, that is for sure. And the pass game has been good up until we get into the red zone. And here's Roman Wilson getting to the 29. But yeah, we're gonna try to do a little screen. Let's get that play sheet going here a little bit. a quick one. Charbonnet with some blocks ahead of him, and he's going to get close to the first down. 2nd and inches. Good play. It's kind of interesting that they just have this inside zone. I guess it pairs with that RPO pretty nicely. Oh, that's a mistake. Matt Crosby. Tackle for a loss of 4. That's an insane play that you'll get from him. Because he is so good. He's a guy I would love to have on our team, especially because we really need better edge rushers, to be honest. Here's when he throw, and it's just an out-of-reach throw from Milr-OH. Charbonnet was wide open on the Texas route. But once again, Milr-OH misses a throw. And I'm surprised they're returning this. And he's going to get to the 29. But yeah, I mean, it's been kind of concerning seeing the inaccuracies show up more recently with Milr-OH. Here's a run wide open up the middle. Breece Hall, stuck in an animation, doesn't get tackled immediately, but gets a big first down run. I will say our run game has looked, again, pretty solid today, even versus this pretty good D-line. And that's another big run for Breece Hall. I should have stayed on my blitz. And our run defense looks literally like the worst run defense ever right now. It's been pretty rough. We got a motion. Here's Breece Hall again. Please, Jesse Bates with the tackle. Gain of 6. I mean, yeah, it's been rough. We really have not. I mean, just have not been able to get much push on this O-line, and that's a good one there. No gain for their backup, so we'll take it. And again, they're gonna want us to go. I will go with a what's it called? I'll go zone, but it has not really worked other than the user pick I got earlier. And there's gonna be an open man. I was hoping Avery Young would have, like, I don't know, played QB read over closer to that spot, but that's okay. 1st and goal from the 7. Here's a run. Breece Hall up the middle, breaks a tackle. He gets to the 3. And they're coming out with 3 tight ends. You would assume looking to run it with how successful they've been on the ground with Breece Hall. And here is a run. Breece Hall trying to spin to get something, but Levante David all over it. No gain. 3rd and goal from the 4. And I mean, if they go run here, I mean, just good on them for doing that. But they're going to go screen. Extension of the run game, and they're just easy blocks for them to get their first score of the game. Breece Hall on the screen for the touchdown. And that sucks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Our guys just really did not want to shed the blocks there. And they drive them down the field relatively easily again for a touchdown. Here's a return from Kadarius Toney. And he's going to fight forward to the 35. We'll take it. And we're going to keep running. I mean, both teams have had more success running the football than passing, that's for sure, but we have not really found much success passing it recently. And there's only 1 yard for Dowdle on the run. Yeesh. Try maybe play action boots to the left side here. We're going to just run it with Milr-OH. He's got blocks ahead of him. Look at Milr-OH go. And that's a late tackle out of bounds that they just don't call. I don't know why they haven't been calling some of these, but if Milr-OH gets hurt on one of those ever, I'm going to be very annoyed, especially if they don't call it. That's a great run from Milr-OH, despite the missed penalty. And Charbonnet, it's 4. I thought the left guard, Roderick Jones, was going to block differently there. So that's why I went back inside instead of outside of him. Pause. We're going to go pass to Charbonnet for the first down. And we're going to keep going here. So keep grinding. Keep just fighting hard for yards here. Charbonnet gets 3. Would love a bit more of a consistent blocking from our tight ends there. That's fine. We work in a read option or two. And here is a read option. Jalen Milr-OH keeping it. He's going to get about 6. Makes us a 3rd and 1. All right, 3rd and 1. We're just going to hand this one off. Dowdle, big space up the middle to the 7-yard line. All right, we're going to see if we can do this here. A little speed option here. I don't know why I went to Charbonnet, actually. And there goes, I believe that's Roderick Jones down on the field. And I don't really want to see another lineman down. But it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 9. And try to go to run most there. I didn't really like going the run route there. Try to go pass, but Roderick Jones also has bruised ribs. He'll have to sit out for a little bit. We got 3rd and goal here. Where do I want to go with this? Do I want to? I don't really. I don't fully know. We need to get a play out here. Milr-OH getting pressured. Gonna roll out. Milr-OH gonna take it himself. He fumbles. How is he not on it? He's literally on it. That's literally so ridiculous. What do you mean? Oh my god, dude. I mean, I'm holding RB. I mean, yeah, he gets hit. He gets rocked, right? He loses the football. His knee is down before he loses you know, maybe not. No, he definitely loses possession beforehand. But, I mean, how is he not instantly on that? How is that not considered recovered there? And Jalen Thompson says, okay, I'm going to sneak a hand in and actually steal this through his body. And that counts. Sure, bud. Sure. That is a ridiculous call. And that's crazy. Madden being Madden. That's absurd. And here's a run for Breece Hall. Of course he's going to get a ton of yards and keeps breaking tackles because our guys suck and they can't tackle for shit. Genuinely upsetting. Fuck you for asking me this shit. Every fucking time. Yes, I want it flipped. Fuck you for auto flip, but also I want auto flip on. 2nd and 3. It's a run. Breece Hall, please. Thank you for the tackle. Dante Kent. Loss of 2. Now, can we play defense? I think probably not. Because we haven't all game. Even though we've only got 7 points, you'd think we have played defense all game. Hasn't felt like it. And they're going to just throw it up one-on-one. Deep shot here. Makes the play. It's Kalen Carson. Good job breaking that one up from Jalen Waddle. Kirk Cousins just doesn't have the arm to push that downfield enough for Waddle, which similar to the real quarterback for Waddle in real life. And Kadarius Toney's going to get it close to the 50. And first down. I mean, both offenses have had some struggles here. That's for sure. We're going to counter run here. Zach Charbonnet with a lot of space. Goes outside. Has space again. Fights to the 25. And there's another injury this time for the Owls. And can't tell who that is. Still don't know who that is. Number 97. One of their defensive linemen. But either way, that was a great run from Charbonnet, and also great blocking from the overall group on the field right now. And here is Dowdle for another gain of 4. I mean, right now the run game has been very effective. So we're gonna go 2nd and 6, little play action here. Just go quick out to Dupree. We haven't got him involved all day yet, and he gets to the 12. It's a nice little first down run there. Catch and run, I should say. And do we get one more play off? I'd say sure. Milr-OH going to take it himself, and he's going to run into the end zone for the touchdown as the third quarter closes out. We may have more interceptions thrown than touchdowns, but we do have a lot of rushing touchdowns. But we also have a lot of fumbles added on, so, you know, kind of Justin Fields in Chicago-esque. Like, if he's going to throw touchdowns, he's also going to throw picks. If he's going to rush for touchdowns, he's also going to fumble football. So there is that. Yeah, the PAT. Let's not look at the PAT. Milr-OH has yet to hit 100 yards passing, I will say, on the game. And as we hit the fourth quarter here, Scadaboo's going to run it. Holy shit, that's a huge hit from Will Harvey. And our starting center is going to be probably out for the rest of the game because it didn't give me another option than substitute. So I would assume, even though it said he'd return soon. I will say they have only 128 passing yards themselves, so neither team has been successful through the air. On the ground, though, both teams have been very successful. Breece Hall over 100 yards rushing, though only 2 yards there on that play. 2nd and 8 now. We got a motion man cross. Here's going to be a play action. And that's going to be Kirk Cousins just so slow. He looks... I mean, do you guys see how fucking slow he was moving? Watch Kirk Cousins try to move here. Like, oh my god, it looks like he pooped himself. It looked like he had shit all up in his pants, and he just could not move correctly. So, we will take it, though. I will say, weirdly enough, our man coverage has been better than our zone coverage, which is so weird, considering we have a boost. And that's going to be a play out to the tight end, Kincaid, who barely gets the first down. And that sucks for us, as it looked like we had a good potential stop there, but they make a play. First down. Here's another handoff, Breece Hall, but we're all over that. Little counter run, but a loss of 2. Bobby Wagner on the play. Coming up with a 2nd and 12 here as we hit the 10-minute mark in a second here. They're going back to the pass, but we get pressure. Avonte David on the play as he gets in on the little stunts there. All right, and that brings up 3rd and 19. So that's a pretty nice play for us here. Kirk Cousins looking for something deep. One-on-one coverage. Make a play, please. No, not you. Jalen Waddle. They connect on the deep ball this time. Insane. Insane how we get them to a 3rd and long both times on this drive, and they say, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just get the first down very easily. And there's 3 yards for the backup running back there. Yeah, it's been very frustrating. There's again, we've talked about it all season long. Those big plays coming back to bite us in the ass every game. And there's going to be a touchdown for Breece Hall, his second receiving touchdown on the game to tie this one up. I mean, I don't know. I think our defensive coordinator is wrong and stupid partially. While that one big throw put him over 200 yards passing, and we held him under 130 for majority of the game. I mean, zone coverage has been the weaker coverage, honestly, today. It's been man coverage that has been much better for us overall. And that's not a great return for Tony. But it is going to be first down at the 24. Just going to run it with Dowdle here. Please, come on. There's going to be a timeout. Looks like there's an injury. Not sure to who yet, but it's going to be one of their defensive linemen. Looks like the one who got hurt earlier. But second down and 10. There we go. Dowdle out of the backfield. Nice first down. Sometimes we just need to take the easy throw and hope that Milr-OH can actually make the throw. Connor Hayward on a little out route here. Nice catch for 9. That will set us up for... I'm going to try this play again. It didn't work for a ton of yards last time. We only got 4. We're going to try it again. Let's see if it works here. 7 minutes to go and counting. But Milr-OH getting chased. And, oh my fucking God, he fumbles it. Devin Lloyd recovers it and takes it back for a touchdown. Oh, that's the first time the new reaching out thing actually fucked me. That's why I kept doing it every single time, and that was a bad idea and costly. Milr-OH fumbles it. And again, the turnovers, I mean, that's what, 3 now on the day. 2 fumbles and a pick for Milr-OH. And now all of a sudden we are behind for the first time all game long. And Wilson, trying to break tackles, gets to the 27. Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough because I really want to invest in Milr-OH. I really want to give him a shot here. And it's not like he has the best supporting cast around him, right? It's really not. So, that's a crazy throw. I didn't mean to do all that, but that works. Connor Hayward first down, but I want to give him a chance. I don't want to give up on Milr-OH. It's been tough because there's been a lot of costly plays because of his inaccuracies that have either been just incompletions or interceptions. Either way, they've been costly. And there's a drop there. Probably shouldn't have gone to Io Manor, but yeah, I mean, the fumbles, the interceptions, the incompletions have been costly, and they've been adding up, honestly. And there's another one. I mean, Io Manor wasn't super open. He had a step. So if he puts that on the money, Io Manor should be able to hopefully bring that in, but he just didn't even have a chance. We're going to have to roll out here, throw this one with some touch to Io Manor, and that's a good throw. Throwing it on the run with him seems to be somewhat better at times than just throwing it in general with his feet set, which is interesting. The play action boot with Milr-OH. Get this fucking shit out of here. And of course it's going to be fucking intercepted. Of course it is. Jesus Christ. We're trying to be like Will Levis here. That's second interception now. And the home crowd is booing. And it's very understandable. They should be. And they're going to get pressure. It's a sack. Looks like he's maybe going to escape it. But EJ Speed gets in there on the sack. But again, I was just talking about how the turnovers are so costly. And it wasn't the best play call, obviously. And it's not a good play either when we get sacked and have to throw the ball away. And of course, DeAndre Hopkins is the fastest player ever, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. 28 yards. Nope, not 28 yards. For 28 points now. All of a sudden, we're down 14. They doubled our points. Like, it's insane because I feel like we've had control most of the game. We've been, like, slightly better than they have overall. But then the turnovers, again, show up and are costly because we can't fucking stop a thing on defense anymore. We were doing okay, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're the worst defense again. We were holding them to 7 points to 0 points for a while. And then all of a sudden, the floodgates start to open. And we remember, hey, we have a bad team. And on the run, can we make this throw to Wilson? We do, but he drops it. And that's the problem, is that even though we have a good play from Milr-OH, the O-line holds up, and everything you'd think should work out, it doesn't work out because of a drop pass. But this is Roman Wilson getting a nice chunk of yards to the 47. Let's go hurry up, please. Come on. I want to be able to score before the 2-minute warning, ideally. We're getting pressure. Just throw this away, please. And don't pick it off. For fucking God. Dude, if that would have gotten picked off, I would have probably lost my fucking mind. You wouldn't see me for 2 days. No, probably not. I wouldn't. I'd get over it. But it would have been very frustrating for me. And that gets tipped at the line. Jesus Christ, can our O-line please hold up a little bit? I don't even know who that was on the interior. It was number 70. I don't know who that is. I made that play, but someone did. And here's Kadarius Toney. And we are in 4-down territory, so we're going to go for it. We kind of have to. I mean, we'll roll out. Milr-OH has a lot of space. We're going to get the first down. I was going to say that we're going to make sure we slide, but Milr-OH, with the blocks ahead of him and a ton of space, gets a touchdown. I will take that. That works too. Now we need our defense to step up their fucking game. Because we, again, just, oh man, it's been bad. It's been bad. Like this past quarter, it's just so, I thought our defense was doing good. I was like, I have trust in our guys right now. Let's show that. But no, they fuck up again. Big play to D-Hop, right? Breece Hall. They show him as a quarterback. Okay. All right. Sure thing, Madden. Breece Hall has been really good. He's been their best player on offense. It's been tough to stop him. Here's going to be a run as I stop him. Bobby Wagner, I mean, probably going to have 70 tackles for a loss by the end of the season at this point, at this rate especially. I mean, it's been insane. But second and 13 with 3 minutes to play. They're going quick screen to D-Hop. Are you fucking serious, dude? Oh my God. He gets a first down. And the tackling. I know I went for a hit stick. Yes, I understand that. I went for a hit stick with Levante David on D-Hop. I feel like that would land. Please, for the love of God. I mean, I don't know how much I can do. Dante Kent saves a touchdown, but how does he just get through the line so fucking easily? I don't understand. Like, our D-line is supposed to be where we're best, and we're clearly not playing like it. We're really not. They're really bad. Leonard Williams doesn't really feel like he matters or exists on this team. That's a big play. Take a timeout. Yeah, like, Leonard Williams feels so useless in the middle. I mean, Maurice Hurst and Javon Kinlaw don't really exist. You see them maybe once a game, and there's going to be a run. Breece Hall gets flipped over. Take a timeout. It's me 3rd and goal from the 1. They're going gun. I'm still prepared for a run, though. And Jesse Bates, huge hit up the middle. And they're going to go for a field goal here on 4th and goal. Makes sense to make this a 2-score game. They get it. They're up 10. We have somewhat of a chance. Not a good chance, but we have a chance. No timeouts. Under 1:50 to go. And here's Kadarius Toney with a turn. Okay, I need to stop doing the reach out thing all the time. I'm just so used to doing it in old Maddens, in like last Madden, because it didn't really do anything. It just made me feel like I was pushing forward. Unless it did help with that, I don't remember. But it's been mostly okay. I've had no issues with it up until that one fumble. So there is that. Okay, quick Roman Wilson, get out of bounds, please. All right. Gain of 8 there. We'll take it. All right. I'm scared about this play. All right, we got Roman Wilson there. I'm going to go hurry up from the 46. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. I will say one thing that I think we've been missing from this offense a ton is the big shot plays. We just don't have those. And there's Iomanner with a great play. Not exactly what I was talking about, but that's a great play there. More so, we don't really have those big, like what they had with Waddle down the field, like that one really big play. And I mean, that's maybe part of the reason why is because Milr-OH can't really throw it that far. Also, our O-line is horrible. So we don't have the time to do that, you know? So, getting pressure. We're going to throw it. Iomanner comes back for it with the catch. 1st and goal from the 3. No time to celebrate. We're not Chase Claypool. Get up. Get to the line. Let's go for a fucking touchdown real quick. Charbonnet in for the touchdown. We never make things easy for us in this franchise. We really don't. We have never won convincingly. We have not won outside of, I think we've only won by at most like 3 points. If I'm not mistaken, we've won by 1 twice, and we won by 3 in our season opener. And that's it. We have never won by more than 3 points, which is insane. And every other time we've lost. So there's that. Try a low kick here, maybe. Touched it too early. Doesn't matter. Game over. Still trying to figure out the best way to get these onside kicks. Avery Young. And that, I mean, it'd be nice if like the players knew, hey, don't touch it yet. It's not 10 yards yet, but it's fine. We're going to lose this one. 31-28. And it's a very frustrating loss again. And it's the same story. Too many turnovers, too many big plays that we gave up for huge plays that just lead to touchdowns or are touchdowns. And then, I mean, and here's the thing. The run game, again, has been good. It has been. We rode the run game for a while, and it was good. The run game's working itself out here, finally. But we actually saw our first game where I felt like the defense looked good up until the 4th quarter. Like, we let up 14 points until the 4th quarter, and then we shit the bed again. Like, if we look at the score summary, We let up 24 points in the fourth quarter. That is disgraceful. We only gave up 7 points up until then. And that's really good. We were looking really solid on defense at that point. Sure, they had a drop touchdown. They had the 4th and 1 that they couldn't punch in. That's fine. But we still made those plays. And we're doing a really good job against Kirk Cousins and company, but everything just fell apart. And it looks like Kirk Cousins had an amazing game. Our defensive coordinator is going to be like, oh, the goal didn't work, which we didn't do it well enough or whatever. Because, well, we only got 1 interception on him. And I don't trust my defensive coordinator because our defense is so bad. Why would I trust our defensive coordinator? It hasn't been good up to this point. Why should I trust them? It was better today, but still fell apart. Seemed like the game did not go as planned, or was there even a plan? I'm going to blame the coordinator, because fuck him. Fuck him. Media approval. Do you have something to say, coach? We ran with your strategy. Ooh. Well, sometimes plans don't go the way you expect. I know I'll grow from this experience, but I don't know what else to say. We lost. Yeah, I mean, sure. Would the smart thing be, hey, I take the blame? Sure, but like, his bum ass thought zone coverage was going to be the key. No, we should have been better against the run. We should have focused on the run, not Kirk Cousins. If we focused on the run, we would have been better. But whatever. We go into the bye week here. Again, still no trading allowed at this point. And we have Platinum, Blitz Buster, and Ground Guardians now, so that's cool. Love that. We do have National Scouting Focus position. We'll just make that. Probably just do receiver. I feel like corner is easier to figure out. And then, I mean, I don't really need to do anything else in the bye week, so we're just going to sim again to week 9, where we will pick back up in the next episode, where we go against the Omaha Rockets in Sunday night primetime. I don't know who keeps giving us these primetime games, but we shouldn't be in these primetime games. And, Matthew Judon got traded. Cam Robinson got traded. I guess let's take a quick look real quick at the trade deadline trades. Looks like the Ironworks and the Overdrive traded. Overdrive trade Jordan Lewis to the Ironworks for Ty Johnson and 2 7th-round picks. The Spartans and the Possums trade. The Spartans trade 7th and Jordan Fuller for Sebastian Joseph Day. The Rockets and Overdrive also trade a 7th-round pick and Austin Eckler to the Rockets for Matthew Judon. That feels like a interesting trade. Cam Robinson straight up for Jordan Whitehead. Okay. Pitbulls. 6th-round pick and Rayshon Jenkins. That was week 2 for Calvin Austin. All right. Well, man, we're going down a struggle path here right now. And I mean, it makes sense. Our team is a 73 overall. Our defense is a 79. Offense is a 69. Nice. But we still have a lot of improvement to do. But we'll see against the 3-5 Rockets next week if we can win. Although their offense looks like they're going to be really hard to stop. So we'll see. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.